Ever been scared of the ball, but too embarrassed to admit it? You're not alone, because the truth is, even great goalkeepers feel it, we just don't talk about it. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly why you flinch, shut your eyes, or turn your head at the worst possible moments, and more importantly, how to fix it. I've coached hundreds of goalkeepers through this, and I've been through it myself, so stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to face even the scariest shot with more courage, control, and confidence. And let's start with tip number 1. You ever stand in goal, see the striker coming straight at you, and your whole body just goes tense? Like one part of you really wants to make the save, but the other is like bracing for impact, getting ready to get smacked in the face, the ribs, the stomach, wherever. Yeah, me too, and don't worry, you're not broken, you're just human. Because most goalkeepers, especially younger ones, are scared of the ball at some point, but somehow they're just too proud to admit it. Instead, they act like everything is fine, pretend to be tough, but in training they flinch, laugh it off, turn their heads in 1v1s, and just call it instincts. But listen, and this is important, you can't fix anything if you're pretending it's not there. It's like standing on train tracks, hearing the train coming, and trying to convince yourself it's not real. So the first step is just being honest with yourself. Say it loud if you have to. Right now, I am afraid of the ball, and that's it. It doesn't mean that you're soft. It doesn't mean that you're a bad goalkeeper. It just means that you're human. And the moment you stop hiding from it, you can finally start working on it. Which leads us to tip number 2. Have you ever shown up to training and before the first shot even comes, your brain is already going, man, I really don't want to get nailed today. Yeah, I've been there too, and sometimes it's not even about being afraid. Sometimes it's just about how you show up. Because it's really hard to feel brave when your ribs are still sore, your arms are still covered in bruises, and your brain's replaying that one shot from last week that stung like crazy. So here's a little mindset shift that helped me a lot when I was younger. Wear what makes you brave. Forget what looks cool. Forget what your teammates are saying. This is about you giving yourself whatever you need to feel safe enough to train with courage. Because confidence and courage in goalkeeping doesn't come from looking good, wearing short sleeves and shorts, pretending that you're fearless. It comes from taking hits again and again and realizing, hey, I'm okay. And trust me, you can't get there if you're standing in goal wearing paper armor. Use padded shorts, base layers, long sleeves. Heck, wear a rugby helmet if that helps. I'm not saying that it will magically turn you into Superman, but it will take the edge of that fear. And that's what gives you the freedom to play the game, the position, without worrying about pain all the time. Alright, so that's your gear sorted. You're feeling a bit more confident, but before you're facing any shots, you got to get this next part right. Let's move on to tip number 3. You ever had one of those sessions where you jump straight into goal, but the very first shot smacks you and your brain goes, yeah, nope. I don't feel like doing this today. And I know that feeling all too well, especially when I was younger. It's that horrible mix of being cold, stiff, and not ready in your head either. And if you think about it, would you ever go into a boxing match without getting your blood flowing? Of course not. Because the very first punch you take would smack you straight out. And goalkeeping is exactly the same. If you step in cold, your body is stiff, and every shot that hits you feels like getting hit by a truck. That's when your brain goes, well, yeah, I don't want to do this. And when your brain goes like that, your body does too. You start flinching again, turning away, backing off, and the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit, a bad one. So what's the fix? Warm up like it matters, because it does. Get your blood pumping, get your body moving, wake up your brain, because once your body feels alive, you'll take those first few shots and think, okay, this is no problem, I can do this. Not because you're all of a sudden fearless, but you come better prepared, you're warm, your adrenaline is pumping, and if you want to be brave in goal, you got to give your body a chance to feel safe first. And listen, if you want more than just these tips, because inside my one-to-one mentorship, you'll not only learn how to train harder, improve faster, and play with that courage and confidence that top goalkeepers have, but you'll also know how to bounce back after a mistake like it never happened, and play like the keeper your team can rely on. I'll leave the link down in the description below, go check it out. But for now, let's move on to tip number 4. And this one's big, Because no one ever really tells you this stuff when you're just starting out. You ever notice how some keepers just make everything look easy? The ball smashed at them 100 miles an hour, but they just catch it like it's no big deal. Then you try, hands in front of your face, right? Doing everything you think you're supposed to do. But the ball hits you wrong, bounces off, smacks you in the nose, and now you're on the floor seeing stars. Yeah, that's probably not fear, that's technique, or more like the lack of it. Because most of those painful moments, the jammed fingers, the blood noses, the discolored cheekbones, the ones that make you back off for the rest of the training, they don't happen because you're scared of the ball, they happen because your technique is just off. All those tiny little mistakes you're making make the shot feel 10 times worse than it should be. So guys, start thinking about your basics, your fundamentals, your technique. They are the real armor and they will keep you safe. But even if your technique is solid, you're still not out of the woods. Because you know what's crazy? Half of the fear happens before the ball even hits you. It's just your brain running the same nightmare on repeat. This is gonna hurt. Please don't hit me. Not the face, not the ribs, anywhere but, yeah, there. And when your brain says that, your body listens. You're flinching again, you're turning your head, you're shutting your eyes like the ball's some kind of cannonball that's just about to blow you up. That's how powerful your thoughts are. They tell your body how to react, even if the shot never actually hurts. So here's the trick. Change what you're telling yourself, because your words, they matter more than you think. Next time you're in goal and you feel that panic creeping in, pause, deep breath into your nose and say confidence in, and then deep breath out through your mouth and say fear out. And then smile. Yep, really. Smile. It sounds silly, but it really works. It tricks your brain, it resets your body, it calms you down, and it reminds your inner self, I'm safe, I'm ready, and I can take this. Because once you feel safe up here, the ball stops being scary out here. But understanding the fear of the ball, that's one thing. Beating it, that takes training. So in this video, I'll show you the best drills I've ever used to help goalkeepers feel safer, braver, and more confident every time they step into the goal. Click it and I'll see you there.